the strongest and most powerful way to get to audience and to build is through abundant engagement and collaboration. And you know what I'm like. I'm a huge advocate, mate, for trying to work out how you can get multiple outcomes working on one particular campaign or outcome. It's doing it with others. Doing it with others. So find ways to get amongst others that are on the same mission, keen to involve themselves, and really lean into that collaboration piece, because it will create the sparks that are required.
So, our mission is to not only amplify the volunteering time, reward your volunteers, create new and innovative fundraising and sponsorship models. It's to make sure that we have a volunteer sector, that we make sure that we have 5.9 million vibrant people who care about other people, thriving at what they do, not struggling with the burdens and all that sort of stuff.
We're seeing redemptions. We have built a framework that gives us that information real time now, Daryl. So we get to see with joy every time someone redeems something in our network, or someone adds a new volunteer to their organisation, or a new organisation appears. We get to see that in real time, and you've got no idea how heartwarming that is when you see that pop up in your mobile. It's lovely. Yeah. And I believe strongly that was the initial virtue and mission of Firefly when we started, mate, which was to try and show the value of good, to improve how people deliver good in our communities, and as a result of that, have a massive impact on the outcomes by which we live on a daily basis, and serve those people that are not necessarily in as good a position as we are, and make sure that they are feeling that they are loved and cared for, which is what volunteering is all about, right? Which is making a difference at the betterment of others. Part of the local primary school, the local tennis club, and the local cricket club all came together. It doesn't happen, mate. This does not happen. All came together and decided that they would use the local oval and create a community market, and that the proceeds of the funds would be distributed across those volunteering organisations, appropriately based on volunteer involvement. And so they've gone way outside the box to come together. Someone's got to instigate that. Someone's got to get a spark. And now they get 150 people turn up and pay $50 a week, a month, to come and present their wares and their services in this market, beautiful market, community market environment.
1%ers, if you have a 1% change in your outcome today over 365 days for the year, that little 1% actually creates an environment where you've changed what you're doing by 365%, which is colossal in anyone's language. I mean, if you think about how do I change our business 365% tomorrow?
Let's 3x our outcomes. Insane.
Yeah, insane. So the 1%ers, and it's a really important thing, just to dwell on it for one more second. Like as tough as some people had last year, it was a tough year right across the economy.
Yep.
But if you think back at all the days that you experienced last year, you will find those wins and celebrate them, because you did such an awesome job to get the win in the first place. So don't forget, I have this philosophy, Smithy, that we've shared before about, not acknowledging the failure. To me, failure is to not try. Do you know what I mean? Everything else is a different degree of success than you expected. So in relation to revolutionising meetings, my last point is, can I get the result without the meeting?
Yeah.
And if I can, I don't need a meeting. That's already revolutionised them, right? Just get the result.
But that another one you've been setting up, which I think is a critical one, and it's etiquette and it's understanding about, is the setup of the meeting, which you talk to, making sure there's an agenda, making sure everyone's had an involvement in the agenda into the meeting and has added value. And the last one is when you come out and you start to task people, you don't CC the world. I don't need to see what you're doing, mate. If your task is to do it, the only person that needs to be told to that task is you.
Yeah, correct.
That's it. But everyone seems to feel like they've got to have everyone, the whole world, see what everyone else has got to do. It's nuts.
I'm going to do the shout out now to all our amazing volunteers out there. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas break, that you didn't get up too much mayhem on the new year, and that you're all super excited about all those things that are going to be wonderful and forward moving as far as all our missions are concerned this year. Well, I know that's our plan this year as we reflect back on last year and all the things that we learned. And again, thanks to the contribution of all the amazing volunteers out there who, again, still blow my mind, Smithy, about the fact that they'll give us feedback and questions rather than, negative Google posts and all that sort of stuff. So we really appreciate